It was still just a rumor, but the press knew something was up. Someone posted in her blog that it was the real reason that Joanne had accepted to do a play in London.
And is that true?
She doesn't need a pretext to act in London, but the paparazzi will never let go. They need a picture with Christopher. They are going wild. She's in her car. She'll be here in 5 minutes.
You wanted to talk to me?
Sorry, I'm confused. I had a long conversation with Rosa last night. I told her you were in London, that we were about to start rehearsals. It made her happy, I think.
Now all we have to do is not disappoint her.
Let's take Chateau Rose. Rosa gave me fragments from Willem's follow-up to Malloy Snake, a sign of her trust. Some of the pages make no sense out of context, but there are a few others that put the play in a new light.
How old was Willem when he wrote Malloy Snake? 35 or so?
38.
38?
Yeah, a little older when he made the film.
Well, he was still a young man, all action. 25 years later, obviously, it was more analytical, trying to put things in perspective, maybe thinking about posterity, who knows? Isn't it better to stay faithful to his youthful energy?
And forget the museum?
Yes.
Willem never had any distance or maturity. On the contrary, his last text got bolder and bolder and more enigmatic. He's another way of looking at it. We think like him. We project ourselves into the future instead of freezing ourselves in the past. Joanne? What's happening?
She's hanging on by a thread. She's lost a lot of blood, but the doctors won't tell us anything. I mean, Chris said she was really relaxed when he told her. She was just getting used to the new situation.
Where's Christopher?
Dorothy's family got him from Germany. And so they told him to leave the hospital, so he's gonna come join us.
Here? That's ridiculous. He will have all the paparazzi from the hospital on his trail.
No, he said there were no paparazzi. He'd know.
He's being naive. Of course they are tailing him. They are just doing it discreetly. Tell him absolutely not to join us.
His voicemail's turned off. I'll just text him.
If they follow him here, we are stuck. Do you have a driver?
Yeah, he's outside.
Tell Christopher to meet us at my club. At least we have some peace and quiet.
Chris! Hey. Are you alright? Did you get my messages? Klaus thinks the paparazzi are following you from the hospital.
No, I didn't see any.
They can't get a picture of us tonight. It'd be a total disaster and it'd spread like wildfire. I'm gonna call my driver. Hey, wake up, pick us up.
Here. The address of my club. We'll go first, wait 5 minutes, take a taxi and join us.
Following us. Hey, Ari? No, there's no news here from the hospital. Yeah, I could really use you right now. Whatever the first plane out is, I'm stuck here in London till basically the end of the year. Rehearsals start tomorrow. If she doesn't make it, it's gonna be a nuclear fucking winter.
What do you want to do? Change hotels?
No way. Wherever I go, they're just gonna find me and chase me down. I'd rather just stay where I am. Yeah, I'm fine with it. It'll just be hard for Chris.
The media is going to crucify him.
No. I'll take the heat. I'll be the homewrecker. I'm used to getting nasty shit written about me. I can honestly care less.
Do you want us to cancel tomorrow's rehearsal? Maria, would you mind?
Of course not.
No way. No. I'd rather work.
We didn't get to talk much.
No.
I'll have the new scenes dropped off at the front desk, and we'll talk about them seriously.
Yeah, we can do that tomorrow after rehearsal.
I'm drained after a work day. It's not the best time for me.
I know. Same for me.
And next weekend I have to see my kids in southern Italy.
We'll manage. Okay, good night.
Good night.
When they tell me about you, how much they appreciate you, it's to remind me how happy they are to grant you what they never granted me. Using you.
I printed everything out. If you want an English solicitor to take a look at the papers, tell me. I know a bilingual girl who specializes in Paris real estate. That's the sales agreement. Your ex-husband is buying your half of the apartment for the price you agreed to.
No, I didn't want to discuss it. Maybe I was wrong.
And that's the sales agreement for the studio on the Rue du Chemin Vert.
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's worth it. So it's ready to sign.
Tomorrow, as planned. You take the Eurostar at 8:15, leave Paris at 5, and you'll be back in London in time for dinner.
Okay.
If you want, I can travel with you.
No, fine.
What do I tell Piers Rolton?
Remind me who he is?
He's shooting a film next summer called Electric Shockwave.
What's he done?
Nothing, he's 25. But Jay says it's good and that it's been greenlit.
What's the point?
They haven't sent it over yet. It's the lead. I think your character would be some sort of hybrid. A creation of modern genetics, but with a soul. It's set in the near future, the 23rd century.
On Earth?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Thank you. Tell Piers I'm interested and I'll read the script next week, okay?
And there are the new scenes Klaus sent you.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
Want to run the lines?
No, I haven't read the pages yet.
He wants to know what you think.
Why doesn't he just call me?
Maybe he's waiting for your reaction. You've had the scenes for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I understand. But I'd rather discover them at the last minute and not overthink it. It's the only way I can keep it spontaneous. So I prepared Sigrid 20 years ago. I'll do the same thing with Helena. If he asks you, just tell him I think they're very good.
It's still a little off. Joanne, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do the same thing, but speed it up a little.
Okay.
Why don't you just forget one of the files? There are plenty. We do it one more time.
Okay.
Excuse me. Tomorrow is our final dress rehearsal.
I know. Thanks for taking the time.
My pleasure.
I just switched this on.
May I have a cup of coffee, please?
Well, you can imagine my first question. Will the media frenzy around Joe and Ellis steal the spotlight?
All that matters is the show. The rest is of no importance. And fortunately, Dorothea pulled through.
I know you have a new take on it, but will the audience be receptive, or might they be too distracted? I suppose that's my question.
I hope they'll be receptive.
So you think the shows are airtight? No connection to the outside world?
No. No, each theatergoer brings his own subjectivity, and it's generally not defined by tabloid headlines.
Some will go for the smell of scandal, so will they see the show you had in mind or something else?
Joanne?
What's up?
I wanted to ask you, you know the scene at the beginning of Act 3 when you tell me you want to leave and I get on my knees and I beg you to stay. You're on the phone ordering pepperoncini pizza for your co-workers in accounting. Well, you leave without looking at me, as if I didn't exist. If you could pause for a second. You know, Helena's distress would last longer when she's left alone in her office. Well, the way you're playing it, the audience follows you out, but instantly forgets about her, so...
So what?
Well, when I played Sigrid, I held it longer. I thought it was more powerful, dramatically. I mean, it really played well.
Well, no one really gives a fuck about Helen at that point, do they? I'm sorry, but I mean, it's pretty clear to me this poor woman's all washed up. I mean, your character, right? Not you. And when Sigrid leaves Helena's office, Helena's a wreck, and we get it. You know, it's time to move on. I think they want what comes next.
If you just held it a few seconds longer.
It doesn't really feel right for me, Maria.
Huh. You're right. Yeah. I think I'm lost in my memories. You think you've forgotten your old habits, but they'll come back. I have to break them.
I guess you do.
Hi, come in.
Hi. Thanks so much for seeing me tonight. I really appreciate it. We're leaving early tomorrow morning for a location scout in the Ukraine. That's where we're going to be shooting our exteriors mostly.
So I read your script.
Yeah, well, I know we've never met, but I actually wrote it with you in mind.
As a mutant?
I'm trying to consider genetics from a more human point of view.
When I was reading it, I imagined someone much younger. Maybe me younger, actually, but you were seeing me in movies that were made years ago. I've changed.
She has no age. Or else she's every age at once, like all of us.
Can I be frank? Maybe it's because I'm working with her, but as I was reading it, I kept thinking about Joanne.
Yeah, well, personally, I never think about Joan Alice.
You're wrong. She's smart and talented. She's modern, just like your character.
My character isn't modern. Not in that way, anyway. She's outside of time.
Outside of time. I don't understand. It's too abstract for me. It's hard.
I don't like this era.
You're wrong. It's yours.
Hey, man, I didn't choose it. And if my era is Joanne Alice and viral internet scandals, I think I'm entitled to feel unrelated, aren't I? I mean, it's nothing against her. I guess I just assumed you'd understand. Curtain in 5 minutes.
How's the house?
Foot.